Hey guys, today's video starts here in my home garden. We came here to get the star of today's show, and that will be a zucchini. And for today's recipe we are also going to use the zucchini flower, which is delicious and it can be used in many ways. Today I have a super easy recipe for you, something very special that it can be done in less than 5 minutes. We're making fresh pasta, macaroncini actually, with a silky smooth and extra creamy zucchini pesto. And that will be also the perfect chance to try out my new camp stove. After a nice hike we ended up in this beautiful place, where we found a lot of crayfish. Those crabs cannot be eaten because they are an endangered species, but the fact that we have found them so many is a very good sign, because they live exclusively where the water is very clean and not polluted. But enough crab talk, because we have some cooking to do. First of all, we're going to make the pesto, and for that we're going to need a zucchini, some olive oil, salt, pine nuts, parmesan cheese and basil. I'm going to use Greek basil because that's the one that I have in my garden this year. You could also add some garlic and some pecorino romano cheese. Let's start by cutting up the zucchinis into small cubes. Then I will gradually start adding the ingredients into the blender. Now keep in mind that I have a very small blender, which is actually a smoothie maker, so I'll have to add the ingredients in there slowly. I suppose that you're going to be making your pesto at home and not in the middle of the forest, where you're going to have a nice powerful blender. So you could just throw all of the ingredients there at once and let it do its job. As you can see, mine kind of needs a little help, but at the end it gets the job done, and I will end up with a beautiful silky smooth cream. Now let's make the pasta. For the dough you are going to need 70 grams of water and 200 grams of semola flour. If you don't have semola flour, you could use regular flour instead. We're making pasta trafilata with the pasta torchio, and that's why we want the dough to have that sandy texture. Now I want you to pay attention, because everything that's going to happen from now on is pure magic, and it's oddly satisfying. This type of pasta is called macaroncini and is going to be perfect for the sauce that we've made. The next step is to prep the zucchini flowers. First of all, let's get rid of that hard part in the middle. We don't want that. Then we're going to cut them into long stripes, just like so. I recommend you to use a sharp knife, otherwise we are going to end up with a darkish and ugly looking julienne. Now we are all set, so let's cook the pasta by tossing it in some boiling water. And let's stir it a little bit, because we certainly don't want it to stick. After a few minutes the pasta is ready, so let's take it off. And let's put on a pan with some butter. Then let's drain the pasta, and let's put some of the flowers in the pan. Let's add also some salt, and let's keep the flowers in for less than a minute. Now let's get back to the pasta, and let's add a few spoons of pesto. Add in as much as you want. I like my pasta to be extra juicy, and that's why I will go to town. And right after that let's add the zucchini flowers. So stirring that pasta made me really happy. The creaminess were just extraordinary, and it's just crazy how simple recipes like this one are usually the ones that will bring you the most joy. At this point we are done with the cooking, so let's take everything, put it on a plate, garnish it with some zucchini flower julienne, and let's add also some pine nuts. And there you have it, my macaroncini with zucchini pesto. It sure looks good, but I can assure you that it tastes even better. It's interesting how fresh the taste is, and the texture is just so silky and so smooth and very enjoyable. Outdoor eaters, that will be the end for today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.